You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the show where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name's Matt, and I am kicking off the episode, which means that Neil and Ken are dead or not at this episode.
So I'm laughing, Matt, apologies, because you asked me right before we recorded if it was the game or the show, and I told you it was a show, and I'm wrong. It's the game.
Well, welcome to the game where lack of serious. This is some of that lack of seriousness.
It's like 450 episodes, and I still don't know what our tagline is.
It is too many. My brain has gone to mush. How are you today, Jeff?
I'm doing well, Matt. I appreciate it. It was a long day for me, but I think you and our inspired team name, which we'll get to in a minute here, had much more of an exciting day because I was just sending emails back and forth and it's pumpkin season at the conglomerate. Is it? Okay.
And that means I don't ever get to go home.
Yeah, all hail the mighty pumpkin, which is not pumpkin.
Yeah, the Pumpkin King is actually the conglomerate, not Jack Skellington.
Wow.
I know.
Breaking
news. Yeah. Well, it's just going to be me and you, so we are going to be playing as a team, but we are not playing against nobody because that would be too easy. I think we need some competitors.
It would also be terribly boring.
Yeah, for everybody involved.
So
what do we got?
Yep, I'll start by introducing, we've got a couple Oakland 5 patrons with us today who will be guesting as their own team, and I'll start with Patrick. Patrick, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you and, where you're from, what your hobbies are, and
Absolutely.
Whatever you'd like.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. Patrick, I live in central New Jersey, and with my wife and 2 teenage boys. I'm a project manager for a very large healthcare company headquartered here in New Jersey. I've got a lot of hobbies, and I've been an active birder, bird watching for about 25 years now. Folks on the podcast can't see it, but there's all bird books behind me.
All right. What's the best bird you ever saw?
Oh, I get that question a lot. I don't know. I like all kinds of birds, and it's rarity is interesting. People like to see rare birds, but
gotcha.
I'll say my favorite bird is probably a swallow-tailed kite, which is like a hawk with a big long fork-shaped tail.
There you go.
Mostly native to Florida, but they show up in New Jersey occasionally. I play video games. I play board games, and that's actually how I met Brandon.
Well, I mean, Patrick's doing all the work for me, introducing our next contestant.
Segue for you.
Brandon is also, an Oakland 5 patron coming to us from New Jersey. Brandon, welcome to the show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, it's a lot like Patrick, actually. I also live in central New Jersey with my wife and 2 kids. Play a lot of board games with Patrick. Work in software development, which is pretty boring. Actually, I have a minor Triviality claim to fame. Years ago, I wrote an iTunes review that you guys, I think, got a kick out of and mentioned on the show a few times.
Oh, are you the 3 fun guys?
Yep.
Yes, yes, we've met them. This makes my life Brandon. Complete.
You're on the air with one fun guy and his friend.
Well, how do you know who the friend
Nobody
is?
knows who the friend is.
That is and will always be my favorite review
we laugh so
of
hard.
our podcast. And so thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for joining us today. Look forward to more, hopefully, quips and lowering of my self-esteem as the show goes on today.
That's what we're here for.
But we can't have an excellent episode without a host.
We probably need some questions.
We do, and returning is one of our favorite trivia writers and hosts we've had on the show. Welcome back, Dave Nelson. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me again. I'm a lawyer here in New York who keeps himself sane by writing trivia questions. Mostly asking them to myself and answering them myself.
Those are the easiest ones to answer, usually.
Okay, well, they generate long conversations, that's for sure. But occasionally asking them to other people. So I'm really looking forward to asking these tonight. It's a varied set of questions on lots and lots of different topics.
Love it. Love some variety because it is the spice of life.
It is. Matt's favorite variety, though, of course, is sports, which he gets not as much of as he would like. But I know Dave will have a well-balanced game, which I look forward to getting into in just a minute here. But we can't have a game without knowing what the rules are.
Or even team names.
That's true. I mean, whatever you want to go with first, Matt.
How about some team names?
Okay, why don't you tell us what our team names are going to be today?
So I got out of work. We like full disclosure, a little behind the scenes. We're starting a little bit late today because my team was having a hard time getting the store clean, and we did not leave. So we're going to be the incompetent conglomerates.
I like it.
In honor of my team.
All right,
I
and
hope they don't listen to the show. If you do, I'm sorry.
Patrick Brandon, I'm not sure which one of you came up with your team name, but if you want to go ahead and share that with us today, nice film-inspired reference that we are quite fond of.
Yeah, we're going to be My Dinner with Andre the Giant.
It involves probably 70 beers.
I was going to say a lot of dinner and a lot of beer. Yeah.
You can really put them down. So yeah, now that we got team names, how about
now we can throw it
to some rules. You guys have a preference on the rules read?
Yeah, we like to hear Gilbert.
We'd always love to hear Gilbert. Let's throw it to Gilbert.
Triviality Podcast is 2 rounds of 20 questions worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there's a special swing round by this week's host. In the final round, players wager points they've earned for a chance to become the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop.
The same rules.
Yeah. It's weird how they never change.
I love it. All right. So now that we got the teams, we got the rules. Let's start with question 1. Dave, take it away.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. After a series of concerts by the band Phish at the Sphere in Las Vegas in 2024, what college dropout, Marine veteran, actor, and game show host offered this potentially chemically inspired review on Twitter? Quote, "I swear I just talked to God. Bro, I met God tonight for real. I feel like I just got saved by Jesus. No lie."
All right. That's a tough one.
It's not coming to me, Matt.
No, I'm trying to think of Marines, actors, and game show hosts, and it's kind of like, that's a lot. Who would say bro?
Yeah, I know Marines and actors. You got your classic, the guy from Star Wars that I'm blanking on right now. Of course. Adam Driver. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. But I can't think of anyone who's much more recent.
He did not, I don't imagine, host a game show. He's above that, from what I recall.
I mean, I know a Marine who...
John Cena. He's the Marine.
He is the Marine.
I don't know if he's hosted a game show.
Has this person hosted a game show?
Oh, yeah.
He was a Marine.
Oh, yeah. And it sounds, I can hear it in his voice right now. We are locked in with an answer. Feel free to discuss, guys.
All right.
So I'm pretty sure it's not Ken Jennings.
No, don't think he was.
Doesn't sound like Ken Jennings.
Fall into any of those categories. I'm struggling to pick out a game show host that's a Marine and an actor. How about Drew Carey? I think he was a Marine.
Oh, yeah. He was a Marine.
Yeah, let's go with that. And I can see him going to a Phish concert for sure.
Absolutely, 100%.
Matt and I have decided to go with a gentleman we know was a Marine and someone who hosts an ultimate putting challenge. Maybe he's a college dropout. We said Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle's a great guess, and in the discussion there was mention of Steve Harvey at a Phish concert, which is an image I don't think I'm going to get out of my head anytime soon. But the My Dinner with Andre the Giant folks got it right. It's Drew Carey.
Right.
Very nice.
Slim down Drew Carey.
All right, question number 2. What 1840 novel by James Fenimore Cooper shares its name with A Price is Right pricing game, the G.I. Joe team's jungle assault specialist, NASA's robotic spacecraft that delivered the Sojourner rover to the surface of Mars, and a range of SUVs that has been manufactured since 1985?
Matt, I think we can go ahead and lock in.
All right, so James Fenimore Cooper, he wrote Last of the Mohicans, right?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think it's Last of the Mohicans.
Any of those things, no.
So an SUV that's been manufactured since 1985, I'm thinking, and that kind of fits with all the other things, would be like Explorer, Ford Explorer.
Could be. I'm not sure on this one. You want to go Explorer?
Yeah, let's lock in with Explorer.
Well, based on Dave's clue saying a range of vehicles, We think that this is the Rover.
We mean you, because I had no input.
We're a team, man.
Okay.
Both extremely good guesses, but this is actually the Pathfinder.
Of course,
Nissan.
the Pathfinder. Yes.
All right, question number 3. According to the industry trade group, the Brewers Association, the largest craft beer producer in the U.S. by volume is what brewery? Headquartered in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, whose logo features an eagle holding back a keg. Founded in 1829, it remains the oldest operating brewery in the nation.
We're locked in.
All right.
So you get to the beer, and now we're like, we got this. So I'm thinking this is something that is actually just coming to Illinois, or just came to Illinois, possibly. Is this Yuengling?
Oh, that sounds right.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, this is a beer I remember in the late 90s, my friend going to Bucknell University and coming home to New Jersey with it, and we had never heard of it. And now it's all over the place. And Brandon, you agree it's Yuengling?
Yep.
Yuengling.
Yep, I was wondering how the regionality of this beer would play out among the group, but yeah, it is Yuengling.
Yeah,
Very good.
I think it's expanding further west now, but it was very, very regional for a long time, right?
All right, question number 4. Actor Nicolas Cage has appeared in well over 100 movies, but his very first big screen role was as a fast food worker in what 1982 film based on a non-fiction book?
Ooh, I wish Neil were here for this one.
I know. This has Neil written all over it.
Yeah.
Fast food. I can kind of see him.
So I believe that this is early enough that he's not even credited as Nick Cage.
No, he'd probably still be Nicholas Coppola, right?
Yeah, and I've heard that fact before, and then I don't remember anything else.
That is super helpful.
So I can give you some background, but
All
I
right.
cannot provide any information. I think it's a book based on this author.
Okay. Well, then we'll take a guess.
Sounds great.
You're not thinking of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, are you?
No.
That's,
maybe. Actually, maybe I'm thinking of
that's
Judge Reinhold.
That's Judge Reinhold.
My name is Judge. Yeah, I think you're right.
My name is Judge.
Mark Trout.
All right, I don't think we're going to come up with anything here.
No, I've got nothing.
All right, so I originally went with the memoir of a girl who had a tough time in high school by the name of Carrie. I don't believe that's actually a memoir.
I don't think so either. But I feel like his first big movie was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. So that could be nonfiction.
We don't know. We're going to take a guess.
Yep. Judge Reinhold did work at All American Burger, but famously was the manager of All American Burger, and among his staff was a young Nicholas Coppola.
Oh,
Nick Cage.
I thought that came out later.
A great movie based on a really great book that unfortunately is hard to find.
Yeah, I never knew it was
Fast
based
Times
on
at
it.
Ridgemont
Also had
High.
no idea it was nonfiction. Or a book.
Yeah. Why am I blanking on the director's name? Cameron Crowe.
Cameron Crowe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a commission from I want to say Rolling Stone magazine to go hide out in some Orange County high school and live as a high school kid for a year, and wrote a book, a series of
I
articles.
don't think they can
and then
do
a
that
book
anymore. It seems pretty illegal.
about it.
Yeah, he's trying to 21 Jump Street some kids.
Yeah.
Right.
A little creepy, but the book's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, question number 5. Although Buffalo Wild Wings was founded in Ohio, the original name of the restaurant, which fans often shortened to BW3, contained what additional 4-letter word, a reference to the bread roll on which German immigrants to Western New York began serving roast beef and horseradish sandwiches over 150 years ago.
Jeff, I didn't know you were such a beat-ups fan.
Oh,
you were
beat-ups for life,
frantically scribbling your order of garlic parmesan wings.
bro. Yeah. I would say give me some of them parm wings.
Yeah. We can lock in.
Give me that 50-cent boneless.
Brandon, I know in Buffalo there's a famous sandwich called beef on weck, which is a salted bun. I think it's salted. I never had it. Would like to have it. Yeah, so I think we can lock in with weck.
All right, so they got Weck. Is that what we said?
Yeah, we said Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck.
Full points. Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck. BW3 was the original name.
getting rid of that was the right call, I think.
Yeah.
Do they still serve the WEC at the? I've never been to one.
No, I don't believe so. I don't remember seeing the WEC on the menu.
No, it's not part of it, unfortunately.
I don't think beef's for dinner either. So. All right. Well, after 5 questions in the first round, both teams are tied with 30 apiece. So, Matt?
It's anybody's game.
That's right.
All right, question number 6. Let's talk some opera. In 1955, which contralto became the first person of color to perform at the Metropolitan Opera? 16 years earlier, the Daughters of the American Revolution refused to allow her to sing at DC's Constitution Hall, leading to a famous concert on the Lincoln Memorial steps, organized in part by Eleanor Roosevelt.
I looked at Jeff with a very smug look, and my board just says no.
I was going to write pass on mine, but
okay.
I do feel like we can take a somewhat educated guess here, so we can go ahead and lock in.
All right, Patrick,
I've definitely heard this question before somewhere, but I don't know the answer. But I know I remember the thing about the concert, and the name Hamilton popped into my head, but I don't think maybe that's probably not right. I know there's Kathleen Battle, who's a famous opera, but she's more contemporary. Mm-hmm. I got nothing. We can try. We could just
Linda Hamilton.
Yes, no. just blank.
We'll just go Jeopardy rules. Hamilton.
Yeah.
Various Hamiltons.
Yes.
Yeah, on our end, I feel like it was a big jazz name. I don't know if we have the right person. But we're just gonna go ahead and guess Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who I thought you were going to say.
Actually, the first person of color to perform at the Metropolitan Opera was Marian Anderson.
Mm. I do not know that name.
You live and you learn.
I was close with a plain sounding.
I mean, right. I definitely live, but the you learn is still to be determined.
Yeah.
All right, I'm almost certain there's 0 opera remaining in the quiz.
We could be thankful.
So.
But you
kind
know
of
what? There is a person listening at home is like, finally some opera.
Right. I needed that Marian Anderson question in my life.
There's somebody out there, slamming their iPhone down on the table.
Like these idiots.
I mean, I say that sometimes when I listen back to the show.
Yeah.
So
for ourselves.
And I'm one of them. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question number 7. Which pitcher, who started his career with the Orioles in 1988 before going on to win 3 World Series rings and 1 World Series MVP, and making 6 All-Star teams, shares his last name with a pre-Euro currency? His post-baseball activities have included running a video game company into the ground and trafficking online in anti-Semitic QAnon gibberish.
Oh, boy. You had me at run video game company into the ground.
Please don't say more.
Yeah, I mean, I got some blisters on my heel right now just thinking about it. I think we can lock in.
Yeah, I'm gonna patch my tendon up for real time here during the game.
Yeah.
So Brandon, you're Kurt Schilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and we also will take the shilling on this one. Shilling.
Yeah, I don't see any bloody socks in the studio, but I'll take your word for it. Absolutely. Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, that video game story, if you haven't, look it up. It's crazy. He did a very bad job.
It's complicated, yeah, for sure. All right, question number 8. A cultural war among several West African nations, most prominently Ghana and Nigeria, has erupted over the last 2 decades over which country prepares the best version of what dish? Made with rice, tomatoes, onions, chilies, a variety of spices, and different meats and vegetables. A 2014 recipe published by English TV cook Jamie Oliver, which included several inauthentic ingredients, led to Oliver's PR team having to issue a formal public apology.
I like that. I think that
okay.
More people should have to give public apologies. That's what I like.
Matt is very pro public apologies.
Yeah. Like if you steal a baseball from a small child, I'm never going to get over this. Just public apologies all around. Yeah.
That said, we can go ahead and lock in.
We can lock in.
All right. Yeah, Brandon, I think I've seen a lot of Jamie Oliver hate online, and one of the things I don't know if this is a West African dish, but the name kind of sounds like it is something called jalfrezi, which I think he butchered, but he may have butchered this plus that other dish, so we'll find out, I guess. So we'll go with jalfrezi.
We went with something sounds the same to start, and we said Yolof. Yeah.
Yep. You got it exactly right. It's jollof rice.
That was my other guess. That was my backup guess, Brandon. Sorry. Jollof rice.
All right, question number 9. The Battle of White Mountain, in which Ferdinand II, King of Bohemia, soundly defeated rebels led by Prince Christian of Anhalt on the outskirts of Prague, is considered by most historians to be the first major battle in what war, which lasted from 1618 to 1648.
All right, so they are locking in really quick. They are very confident. Jeff, are we confident?
No.
Bad.
Well, I mean, I'm confident in one thing, which is 1618 to 1648 is only 30 years. So it's probably not the 100 Years' War. That would be some rounding up. Yeah. I'm taking a real leap of faith on that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the War of the Roses. That was an English war.
It's not a holy war. There's no crusades.
Was there a 30 Years' War? I feel like there was.
That timeline, that makes
the math checks out.
Yeah. So I don't disagree. I don't know any other wars that Bohemia was involved in. I considered myself a Bohemian.
I mean, I am a Bohemian by heritage.
Got to learn your history.
I know. I'm letting my people down. But that being said, I think, seeing as the war was 30 years, the 30 Years' War is going to be our guess.
Yeah, we also locked in with the 30 Years' War.
Yeah, you're both correct. I thought I might catch you and trap you, but you both know how to do math.
Well, I mean, the 100 Years' War traps you because isn't it like 106 years or something like that?
108.
116.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah,
I knew it wasn't 100.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's all a lie. History is a lie. Don't read your textbooks. I'm just kidding. Please read your textbooks.
Nah, history is the lie written by the winners, Matt.
I will tell you, I asked a very similar question to a bar full of smarty pants people in Brooklyn, New York, and received very few correct answers.
Suck it, Brooklyn.
Right. Yeah. Question number 10. Which U.S. private university was founded in 1754 as King's College by royal charter of King George II? It administers the Pulitzer Prize, and its prominent alumni include New England Patriots owner and Orchids of Asia Day Spa patron Robert Kraft, former CIA head and torture enthusiast George Tenet, and somehow still alive professional racist Pat Buchanan.
Oh, wow. It's a rogues gallery of...
It is of who's
who.
Who you don't want to be associated with.
I feel like I've heard this before.
Yeah, I think it's... Well, Matt, obviously we think it's an East Coast school, so we're going to just take a stab in the dark.
All right, Brandon, what are you thinking? I don't really have a good guess here.
So I think Alexander Hamilton was another famous alumnus. I think it was mentioned in the musical.
Yes, that's
so
true.
Before I got into software development, I briefly wanted to go to college for journalism. Probably a good idea not to do that. But so I do know that the Pulitzer Prize is awarded by Columbia University.
Beautiful. Let's go with that.
All right, so they went with Columbia. What did we put, Jeff?
We also said Columbia.
All right.
After it took me literally 2 minutes to get NYU out of my head, yeah.
Well, the answer is my alma mater and Robert Kraft's, Columbia University.
All right.
Very good.
And you wish that was the closest the two of you were, but the other person in that spot, Dave. Just kidding.
I'd like to have his money without his proclivities.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't, right? I think that's the end of the first round.
It seems like the end of the first round.
And that means it's a great time to get a score recap here. So if my math is correct, and we have a little bit less risk of it not being compared to Neil, I'm just lazy and don't like to do the scores. We've got 60 points over at My Dinner with Andre the Giant, and the Conglomerate, whatever our team name was, because I can do math but not remember team names, has 70.
Oh, less incompetent than my Conglomerate team.
That's what it was. Incompetent.
Wonderful. So we're going to go to the swing round in just a second, but before we do, we need to thank all of our patrons. Is that correct, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. Without Patreon, it would be no exaggeration to say that this show would not be possible. I know it seems like we live like these lavish lives of famous podcasters.
Obviously.
But yeah, we truly could not do it without our support of our wonderful patrons. If you want to be one of them, check out all the great perks that we have on offer. You can do so at Triviality or patreon.com/trivialitypodcast, where we've got many different things, including ad-free episodes, bonus episodes, which
Lots of bonus episodes.
I know we love to just say the hour count for some reason that I haven't figured out, but there's a lot out there. I haven't kept track of it, but we really love what we get to do over there, including our crop drops, which is the Ask Me Anything style episode that Matt came up with a few years ago. Great opportunity for us to answer your questions.
I did invent the Ask Me Anything style.
Yes. No, I meant you invented the crop drop.
Yeah, that is true.
Which was just a stolen version of something a lot of other people have already been doing. But and you don't have to hear these super well thought out ads that we definitely write down ahead of time.
Yep. So for just $5 a month, we'll get you all that bonus content. So come on down and join us on Patreon.
Yep. Again, I'm going to say it right this time. Patreon.com/trivialitypodcast.
All right, Dave, what do you have for us today for the swing round?
So for the swing round, I've put together a this or that format round. So each one of these things, I'm going to give you a name, and you just have to tell me if it's one category of things or another category of things. So it's a 50-50 on each one of these.
Wonderful.
To make it a little bit more interesting, I've broken it up into 2 5-question mini rounds. So the first 5 is called Tire or Conspire. For each of these 5 names I'm going to give you, just tell me whether it is a rider who competed in this year's Tour de France or a villain from the James Bond universe.
I like this. I'm into it.
First one is Maximilian Schachmann. Number 2, Emilio Largo. Number 3, Carl Stromberg. Number 4, Roel van Sint Martensdijk. And 5, Max Zorin.
Okay, now that I'm bad at it, I'm less into it.
It's cruel.
The second group of 5 is called Dog or Nazi. For each of these 5 names, tell me whether this is a very cute official American Kennel Club dog breed or a rank in the military of the Third Reich. Number 1, Gebirgsjäger. Number 2, Kommandor. Number 3, Festung. Number 4, Schütze. And number 5, Entlebucher.
All right, well, we're going to take a moment to think about the answers to these questions, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
All right, after some agonizing over these, because we have no idea on most of these, we're all back and all the answers are locked in. So let's find out. what these answers are. Dave, take it away.
Number 1, Maximilian Schachmann.
We said he's a bicyclist.
So we think that Christopher Walken played a Max in a Bond movie. We think it was probably Max Zorn, but we hedged our bets and went with this one also. So Conspire, Bond.
Schachmann's a bike rider. That's a cyclist. Number 2, Emilio Largo.
We said Bond villain.
This one sounded pretty uninspired for a Bond villain, so we went Tour de France.
Well, you can take it up with Ian Fleming because that's the bad guy in Thunderball. Number 3, Carl Stromberg.
Coin flip. We went uninspired Bond villain.
We also flipped a coin and came up with Bond.
Yep, he's the bad guy in The Spy Who Loved Me.
All right.
We are
All right, number 4.
doing pretty
Didn't get that far. Am I
You're
watching?
getting some points up on the board, I know. Number 4 is Roel van Sint Maartensdijk.
We said this had to be a cyclist.
Yeah, we thought this name couldn't possibly be made up, so cyclist.
Yep, he's a Dutch rider for the Intermarché team. Number 5, Max Zorin.
And we said Bond villain.
I'm hoping this is Christopher Walken, Bond villain.
100% that's Chris Walken in A View to a Kill. All right, on to the dogs and the Nazis.
A pairing of my favorite and least favorite things.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like I was inspired to write this when I visited with my daughter and wife the American Kennel Club Meet the Breeds show at the Javits Center in Manhattan, which is basically walking around this incredibly huge room meeting bunches of dogs. And because I'm a weirdo, I just focused in on every table has a different dog breed, and they've got like a big poster that says the name of the breed of the dog. And after a while, after like the 40th oppressingly Teutonic name, I'm like, these all sound like Nazis.
We've all been there.
All right, number 1 is Gebirgsjäger.
We said Nazi.
We thought the word Jaeger meant hunter, so we thought that maybe sounded like a dog.
Jaeger does mean hunter, but Nazis were hunters too.
I did mention that in our deliberation.
Remember the Alpine, the Wehrmacht Alpine Light Infantry, of course. Number 2, Commandor.
We said this sounds like it could be commander, so that would be a red herring. We went dog.
I said this could be a red herring, but we still went with Nazi.
Well, it was a red herring. This is that big dog that looks like a mop with like white dreadlocks.
Oh, I love those dogs.
Yep,
yeah, very cute dog. Number 3, Festung.
We went dog again.
And we went Nazi here.
That one's a Nazi.
Ooh, we missed one, Matt.
I know.
I can't believe we had that many right so far. I was like, this isn't right.
It's the most excited I've been to be right about a Nazi.
Number 4, Schütze.
So I thought this sounded like Shih Tzu, so I thought it was a trick, and we went Nazi.
We thought it was Shih Tzu and just pronounced it in a nice way, so we went with dog.
It does sound like Shih Tzu, but it was a trick. That's a rifleman in the Wehrmacht.
I know these games.
And darn.
And number 5, an Entlebucher.
We went to close it out, Nazi.
We also chose Nazi.
I mean, if you guys could see this dog and how cute it is, you would really regret calling it a Nazi. It's a Swiss mountain dog that looks pretty much like a beagle.
I don't know. Maybe this dog is really into hierarchies. All right. So coming out of the swing round, an unexpected surprise for Matt and myself, doing much better than we expected or deserved to. We got 40 points. That's going to bring our score up to 110, but not too far behind. My Dinner with Andre added 20 points, bringing their score to 80.
All those years that the Monday Night Raw was preempted by the Westminster Dog Show, I should have actually watched the Dog Show.
Oh, yeah. I had it set to record, so I always watched it.
I mean, I only watched the Dog Show.
Yeah.
What is Monday Night Raw?
Never heard of it.
Wrestling. Yeah, okay.
What night is it on?
It's very ambiguous. Let's head on to round 2.
All right, here we go. Round 2, question 1. The first televised presidential debate between major party candidates famously took place in 1960. when young and handsome JFK mopped the floor with not actually that much older, but way less handsome Richard Nixon. But the first presidential primary debate actually took place 12 years earlier between former Minnesota Governor Harold Stassen and what Republican governor of New York, who went on to win the GOP nomination?
We're going to go ahead and lock in.
Okay, you know this one, Patrick?
I have a name written down, but this is more your wheelhouse than in mine, so...
Well, 12 years earlier would have been 1948, right? And so Truman would have been running for re-election, and he won re-election, right? But they didn't think he did. So it's Dewey, right?
Oh, yes. Okay, of course. Yeah.
Some
That's
kind
That's
of
what you had
paper.
written down.
I wrote
Something with
down
the newspapers
Rockefeller.
from what I
I don't know
recall.
when he with Nelson Rockefeller, but...
It wasn't just any newspaper he was holding up, Matt. It was our very own Chicago Tribune.
Oh, interesting.
That said, Dewey defeats Truman. And so we said Thomas Dewey.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are doing all the math tonight. This was Governor of New York, Thomas Dewey.
Give me more math questions.
If it's minus 12 from something, I think I can do that.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, that I can do.
Or 30 years.
Yeah. Anything more than that, I'm out.
Keep it double digits, though.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. As the popularity of disco music grew in the late 1970s, so did the backlash to it, which climaxed on July 12, 1979 with the Disco Demolition Night promotion held at what Major League Baseball stadium? After the first game of a planned doubleheader, a crate full of disco records, donated by fans in exchange for discount admission, was blown up in center field, leading to a fan riot that caused the home team to have to forfeit the second game of the doubleheader. It remains to this day the last American League game to be forfeited.
What a great question, and I know Matt already knows the answer, so we're going to go ahead and lock in.
Brandon, I know the story.
I think this might have happened in Ohio. Well, I was thinking between Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's National League, I think. Cincinnati's National League, I think.
I wrote down Detroit and Cleveland. That's potential answers.
Detroit is... okay, here's the problem. I can't name either stadium.
Cleveland would have been Jacobs Field.
Okay.
I think still at the time, right? I don't know what they have now, but I think Jacobs Field was pretty old, I think.
Let's go with Jacobs Field then.
I think the
Unless you think it's Detroit.
Let's go with Jacobs Field. You said Ohio. I said Ohio. We'll lock in with Jacobs Field.
I think Jacobs is later. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't matter because this is in Chicago on the south side where the beer was a-flowing.
And the Chicago White Sox were a-playing.
Yeah, and
3
this is a
stadium
game that
names ago.
They didn't... now they don't have to forfeit. They lose all on their own. But this is old Comiskey, not new Comiskey.
Yeah, 100%. Some home cooking here. This was Comiskey Park.
Before it was the cell and before it was guaranteed rate.
Guaranteed rate. And now I think it's just rate field. They don't guarantee anything.
Clearly. Their performance is no guarantee. They're having a rough couple years.
Yeah.
We're rebuilding, Matt. We're rebuilding.
Constantly rebuilding.
Question number 3. Every August, rich libertarians of all kinds descend on the Black Rock Desert for the Burning Man Festival, or as I call it, Mad Max SantaCon Road. In what western state, whose flag contains the phrase Battle Born, will you find the Black Rock Desert?
We're locked in.
We can also locked in.
You've also been?
I have not been there.
Okay, just curious.
You've also been. Jeff, you've been to Burning Man?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
You're a Burning Man veteran?
I go to Burning Man all the time, yeah.
Okay.
Can't you see the skin paint, the silver skin paint that hasn't flecked off yet?
You still haven't washed it off. It's been years, Jeff. Let's get to that. What do we say?
Well, the state that is battle born is in Nevada.
Okay.
So that's what we said.
Yep, that's what we also had.
Yep, the state was admitted to the Union during the Civil War in 1864. It's Nevada. Or, as they pronounce it for some unknown reason, Nevada.
And by some unknown reason, you also mean me, apparently. So.
Yeah.
By the way, I wrote that joke about SantaCon and then subsequently learned that the two things were invented by the same people.
Oh, no way.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's an unusual turn of events.
Yes. All right, question number 4. The chemical reaction between amino acids and sugars to create melanoidins, the compounds that give brown food its distinctive flavor, is named after what French chemist who first described it in 1912?
I've heard it. I think I've heard it in like cooking.
Okay, it sounds like it could be French.
It does, if I pronounce it very Frenchly.
Yeah.
French-like, we might be able to swing it. So we're going to go ahead and lock in.
All right, Brandon, I've spent a lot of my time watching too many cooking shows, too many episodes of Top Chef, and I believe the what causes a nice, delicious browning on foods is the Maillard reaction. So I'm guessing it's Maillard. It sounds like a French name. And what do you think?
That sounds fine to me. The only French chemists I can name are Curie, and Marie Curie isn't even French, I don't think so.
Polish.
Yeah.
All right,
So, yeah,
we'll go
we
with
can go with
Maillard. Maillard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we too said Maillard, although my guess is I spelled it very poorly.
We'll see.
But spelling doesn't
Let's
count
see.
here. So
Let's hear how you spelled it.
it's Mayyard.
I did
You did spell it poorly, but
Maillard.
that is how it's pronounced. Yeah, this is
It's spelled poorly. Full points, though. Who cares?
All I wanted to do is get the point across to Matt. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Maillard reaction, named after Louis Camille Maillard.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if it wasn't for like autocorrect on text, I would basically be a non-functioning human being in the digital world. So
Wonderful.
All right, question number 5. Fleetwood Mac's Dreams was a monster hit, selling 1 million copies and hitting number 1 on the Billboard charts in 1977. Out of nowhere, the song went back to number 1 43 years later after a viral clip took the internet by storm, showing Idaho potato factory worker Nathan Apodaca dealing with a dead car battery by blissfully lip-syncing to the tune while doing what 2 activities?
So Matt, I know quite a lot about 1977's Rumors.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite albums of all time. You're more of the meme guy, so I'm gonna leave this up to you.
Yeah, we could. I think we could. I think it's this. There's 2 things that's in my head, and I don't know if it's one or the other, but we're gonna lock in.
He said he was doing 2 things.
I'm 100% sure on the second thing. I'm
Okay.
less sure on the first thing.
All right, Brandon.
Well, I'm 100% sure on the first thing, which was skateboarding.
I thought
Which is
skateboarding too.
probably
That's what popped
what
in my
Matt
head.
thought of as the second thing. He was also drinking from a bottle, which I think was ocean spray. I don't know
Okay.
if we need to know what kind of flavor it was, but
Yeah,
I'd say
I think that sounds
skateboarding while
great.
drinking ocean spray.
I
like
think
Jeff,
you need
I
to
love
have the
Rumors,
flavor.
but that's where, and I remember this became popular, but I don't
I don't
remember
know the
I remembered
flavor.
skateboarding. It didn't sound right when I saw the question, but let's go with what you said, Brandon: skateboarding and drinking.
When he started asking the question, I immediately wrote down ocean spray because I thought it was going to be about what he was drinking. So yeah, it's drinking ocean spray, and I wasn't sure if it was skateboarding or I guess longboarding is probably more accurate, but I wasn't sure if it was razor scootering, but I don't think it was razor scootering.
All right, we're gonna go skateboarding.
Skateboarding, yeah.
Good decision. He was riding his skateboard and drinking ocean spray cranberry juice.
Cranberry.
I would like to point out that I've clearly missed this cultural moment because I have no recollection of any of this.
It's very popular. What was that, a year ago? Is that when it was? 2024?
At least.
I think it was like early pandemic.
I'll be very clear.
God.
Time is not real since
Everything that's
2020.
happened-
Also 2 years ago.
Time is fake.
The last 5 years is just one big block of blah.
But you know what's not one big block of blah?
Our scores?
Our scores.
All right.
Because we added 50 points over here at the incompetent conglomerates, bringing us up to 160. And also doing quite well in that round, My Dinner with Andre the Giant adds 40, bringing their score to 120. I really enunciated
You know,
that.
if we didn't go with that team name, I also thought, based on their team, we could have been City Slickers 2, Legend of Curly's Goldberg.
I like it.
All right, now we're going to... I'm just kidding. I'm not changing my paper.
Question number 6. Ted and Bill, by which, of course, I mean Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, are about to open up at the Hudson Theater here in New York City with a new production of what play? A 1992 episode of Sesame Street's Monster Piece Theater parodied the work, with Cookie Monster introducing it as, quote, a modern masterpiece. a play so modern and so brilliant, it makes absolutely no sense to anybody. Telly and Grover then muse intensely on whether their crushing existential anxiety will be alleviated by the impending arrival of Elmo.
Oh, we can lock in.
Oh, good, because I don't know what any of that meant.
Yeah. Now I really need to see this Muppet one because I'm very interested.
I think the last part gave it away, Patrick.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts?
Yes, I've seen them on social media promoting this, and I remember Keanu Reeves in the clip pronounces it differently than I thought it was pronounced. So I thought it was waiting for Godot, and he says it differently. He says, I forget exactly how he said it. I was questioning whether I was wrong my whole life, but yeah, I think it's waiting for Godot, and you can lock in with that.
Oh, waiting for Elmo is what he said.
Right.
Yeah.
Very funny. But we too said waiting for Godot.
Yep, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, who I weirdly once met in my parents' kitchen, are about to star in Waiting for Godot.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Context, Dave. How did this come about?
My mother went to college with his mother, and they were good friends.
Oh, wow.
And one day I came out of my bedroom and into the kitchen, and there was his mom and Alex Winter.
Oh.
Talking with my mom.
So if the answer
after he was in the movie?
I would say, was this post?
I recognized him. It might have been between, what was he in that, he was in that vampire movie or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Lost Boys, I think. Yeah.
Lost Boys, yeah. It might have been between Lost Boys and Bill and Ted. But I definitely knew who he was.
Well, that's one person who's been in Dave's kitchen.
I was going to say.
And by the way, go to YouTube and find that Monster Piece Theater.
Oh, I have to.
Extremely funny. Yeah, they're standing next to a tree as they are in the play, and the tree just loses all patience with their bull. All right, question number 7. Representative Nancy Pelosi became the first woman to ever lead a party in Congress. Pelosi's tagged as a California liberal, but her roots are actually on the East Coast, where she was born Nancy D'Alessandro in what city, of which her father was mayor from 1947 to 1959?
Sure.
I think it's something in that area.
I'm fine with that because I don't have any idea. Yeah, that's it.
I was
End of
just basing
statement.
it on the last name, so we'll lock in.
All right. Brandon, do you have any thoughts
Patrick,
about
do you have any
this?
thoughts? Great.
Well,
Okay,
I'm afraid it's going to be in New Jersey, and we're going to be really embarrassed.
No, I don't.
but
I don't think it's in New
I heard
Jersey.
Italian. D'Alessandro is a nice Italian name. Providence, Rhode Island is a big Italian community. That pops in my mind, but I don't know. It could be.
In one of the last seasons of The Wire, there was a political poster that said Pelosi on it. And I feel like I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. I don't know if, obviously her name wasn't Pelosi at the time. Maybe she married into another political family. I don't know. But I think there was a Mayor Pelosi of Baltimore.
We're gonna.
I think Baltimore.
We're gonna go with that because it's much better than my guess. And let's.
Well, if you get that based off of something you saw on The Wire, that is the Neil pull from your butt answer of the game. We weren't sure. Also heard the Italian name and went immediately to New Jersey, and we just locked in with Trenton because I couldn't think of another New Jersey city.
Well, people have hailed flung a lot of criticisms at Nancy Pelosi through the years, but one thing I give her credit for is never ever losing her Baltimore accent. She's from Baltimore, Maryland.
Wow. Good pull, Brandon.
You know, I played Charm City Trivia in Baltimore for the last 3 years, and that never came up. And all they'll do is ask questions about people from Baltimore. So that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, question number 8. In July 1976, the American Legion opened its annual convention in Philadelphia. 6 days later, a conventioneer died shortly after returning home, becoming the first of what would end up being 29 victims of a form of pneumonia now commonly called what?
Yep, I'm locked in.
Yeah, we can lock in as well.
Yeah, I would say it sounds like aptly named
Legionnaire's disease.
Yes.
Yeah. Matt, I'm super familiar with the ASHRAE 188 standard. which is all about managing the risk of legionellosis. So he said Legionnaire's disease.
Thank you for
Very good,
elaborating,
guys.
Jeff.
They can't all be hard questions. You got it right. It's Legionnaire's disease. Question number 9. President Trump recently took a break from his very busy schedule to delay the U.S. men's tennis final for over half an hour so that he could fall asleep while pretending to watch it from the luxury box of what corporate tournament sponsor, which has its headquarters on Rue François Dussault in Geneva, Switzerland?
Oh, boy.
Matt, I have a good guess.
Brandon, I think I heard about him schmoozing. Maybe, was it Rolex?
Yeah, 100% Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt was just telling me the other day that he would never buy such trash. He's a Patek Philippe guy because he believes in buying a legacy. Yeah, we said Rolex.
Yep, you see their name in almost every shot of the TV coverage of the U.S. Open. It's Rolex.
They have the best watches, people are saying.
All right, question number 10. To end the quiz, let's have a question about happy endings. The first recorded use of the phrase happily ever after is believed to be from an early translation of what 14th century work? A collection of short stories in which 10 young people fleeing the Black Plague tell each other stories over a period of 10 days. It was recently adapted for a Netflix series starring Zosia Mamet.
Well, this sounds like it could be right, Matt. So why don't we go with it?
Okay. Yeah, we're locked in.
So, 14th century work, 10 young people. I don't know. Could that be Canterbury Tales? I don't know. I don't know if those people are young. Handmaid sounds young.
We can go with that, Brandon. But I don't have anything better.
Okay, we'll lock in with that.
Yep.
So they're locked in there. The only thing on Netflix that I can think of that I've been watching is Unknown Number. It's about the mom that bullies her daughter via text messaging, and it's very funny.
It is not funny. It's so horrifying.
Yeah, you're right. I changed my mind.
We watched it. Angie and I watched it the other day, and I was so physically upset that like I was burping for 20 minutes. My whole body was like convulsing.
668 of those 700
in anguish. Well, I didn't. No spoilers, but just watch it. It's but be sitting down and be prepared. Maybe be on an empty stomach because my whole body was like an absolute horror.
The reveal is very shocking.
It's shocking, and somebody had already spoiled it for me, and I was like, oh God. That aside, we also chose to go with. So we said for our answer the Canterbury Tales.
Mm-hmm.
We figured maybe it was translated from like Middle English or something.
Mm-hmm.
No, this one was translated from Italian. The title refers to the fact that the stories are told over a period of 10 days. This is the Decameron.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Is that what the show is called on Netflix too?
It is.
I have not
Interesting.
I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, heard of the book, but not the show.
All right, and that is going to end round 2. Both teams added to their scores, but we're slipping a little bit here, Matt. We only got 30 points in that half, bringing us up to 190. And on our heels here at 160 points is My Dinner with Andre the Giant.
All right, before we get to those final questions, we just got to tell you about Patreon one more time because we love all of our Patreon supporters and we want you to be a part of it and to get all this bonus content. Jeff, where can they go to support us on Patreon?
Not just support us, Matt. Get ad-free episodes.
Yeah, don't get extra ads, you get less ads.
No, you get 0 ads, including this nicely garbled Patreon plug. You get episodes early.
Mm-hmm.
We put that up as a nice little bonus. So you can get bonus episodes. We have lots of things there. And also there's a private feed chat you can use to interact with us directly.
Mm-hmm.
All at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast.
Hey, that's great. We did that great. So, hear the rest of these ads if you're not a Patreon supporter. And if you are, you're not going to hear any of this anyway. So we're going to move on to the final round.
All right, so the final round is going to be 5 questions, all on the same category. The theme is epic fails.
Oh, So for our wagers, do you want to try to get an epic fail and wager everything on every question?
Well, if we swing for the fences and we do well, it will be an epic success.
Okay.
So
let's shoot for that.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
Yeah. We're
or
all
whatever
in.
the phrase is.
Whatever it is, we're all in all the way down. What about you guys?
We are also all in all the way down.
Ooh, all right. Epic final.
Everyone is
epic
going
fails?
for it, and we are going to see if we are an epic success or an epic failure.
Question number 1. In 1976, Ronald Wayne co-founded what company, which today boasts the world's highest market capitalization? In a truly epic fail, he sold his 10% interest back to the company 2 weeks later for only $800. Today, those shares would be worth well over $250 billion. Now, question number 2. One of the most epic sports fails of all time occurred at the 1996 Masters, when what Australian golfer lost by 5 strokes despite entering the final round in first place by 6 strokes? He's currently a huge jerk, as well as the CEO of the LIV Golf Tour. Question 3. One of Broadway's epic fails was a 2006 production of a musical based on what Nick Hornby book that largely takes place in a London store. The production closed after only 13 performances. Question 4. If you visit the American Museum of Tort Law in Winstead, Connecticut, you can see an exhibit on a true epic fail in automotive design, the Pinto, 1.5 million of which had to be recalled by Ford after rear-end collisions caused the car to explode. The museum was founded by what 4-time presidential candidate who failed to ever win a single state? And question 5. The internet loves epic fail videos, but the original source for them is, of course, America's Funniest Home Videos. Somehow, miraculously, in its 35th or 36th season, this national institution began in 1989 with a video of a woman stuck in her own dishwasher. I'm going to give you 3 categories of videos, and I want you to tell me which of these 3 has appeared the most times on the show, according to the statisticians at Entertainment Weekly magazine. Groin shots, cat videos, treadmill mishaps.
That's like 40% of the internet. All right, and the teams are going to think about their answers, and we will be right back to find out who is this week's Cream of the Crop.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at friskies.com or visit your local store.
If you thought goldenly breaded McDonald's chicken couldn't get more golden, think Golder, because new sweet and smoky special edition gold sauce is here. Made for your chicken favorites at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
All right, and the teams are back. Let's get those answers from Dave.
Question number 1. In 1976, Ronald Wayne co-founded what company, which today boasts the world's highest market cap? In a truly epic fail, he sold his 10% interest back to the company for only $800 2 weeks later. Today, those shares would be worth well north of $250 billion.
Yeah, we thought it could have been Wayne Enterprises, but I don't think that that's real.
No, based on current market cap, we guessed NVIDIA.
We guessed Apple. Actually, we didn't guess Apple. We knew it was Apple.
Yep, Ronald Wayne was one of the co-founders of Apple. All right, question number 2. One of the most epic sports fails of all time occurred at the 1996 Masters when what Australian golfer lost by 5 strokes despite entering the final round in first place by 6 strokes? He's currently a huge jerk. He's actually no longer the CEO of Live Golf as of earlier this year, but he was until January.
Yeah, with the trajectory the Live Tour is on, I don't know if that's an epic fail to step down from there, but that's okay. We went with the Shark, Greg Norman.
We also went with the Shark, Greg Norman, as well.
Yep, Australian golfer and huge jerk, Greg Norman.
I have a couple of his polo shirts. They have the little shark logo, and they're very comfortable. Now I feel like I shouldn't wear them. I didn't realize he was such a jerk.
Maybe in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, just...
Don't have any heroes. That's what I always say.
Question 3. One of Broadway's epic fails was a 2006 production of a musical based on what Nick Hornby book that largely takes place in a London store. The production closed after only 13 performances.
London store. We didn't even, we read the question wrong, but I think we might be right. We went with High Fidelity.
I randomly came across this soundtrack on Spotify recently and did not know it was a musical. We also went with High Fidelity.
Yep, it takes place in a record store. This is High Fidelity. Question 4. If you visit the American Museum of Tort Law in Winstead, Connecticut, you can see an exhibit on a true epic fail in automotive design, the Pinto. 1.5 million of which had to be recalled by Ford after rear-end collisions caused the car to explode. The museum was founded by what 4-time presidential candidate who failed to ever win a single state?
Yeah, it's funny as you're asking the question. In my head, I'm like, Pinto, Ford, explosion. It's like, no, it's all part of the question. We went with Nader.
Yeah, we thought failed presidential candidate, car safety. Nader was the obvious choice.
Yep, you both got it right. It's Ralph Nader. And the last question, question number 5, the multiple choice question. The internet loves epic fail videos, but the original source was, of course, America's Funniest Home Videos. The show started in 1989 with a video of a woman stuck in her own dishwasher. I want you to tell me which of the following 3, according to the statisticians at Entertainment Weekly magazine, is the most common category of video on America's Funniest Home Videos. Is it groin shots, cat videos, or treadmill mishaps?
So, Matt, I just want to point out that this question will decide the entire game the way groin shots and cat videos should.
Yeah. Groin hits is a big crowd pleaser, but I feel like you can't overdo it because it starts to lose some of that. And then the treadmill, I just feel like especially early on, there's not as many treadmills. Like people don't have them in their homes, so I didn't think there would be that many videos. But everyone who had a camcorder and a cat is making a cat video, and they always do funny things. So we said cat.
Well, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out with the groin shot. We went with groin shots.
That'll certainly take you out.
Say love me.
Well, listen, you're absolutely right. If you overdo it with the groin shots, you do lose some of the sensation. The answer is cat videos.
All right.
We considered it.
Close game.
We got bit by all the red herrings, and then the red herring bit us in the end. It wasn't red herring.
You got the groin shot at the end.
I will say that nothing hurts quite as much as a groin shot. Not even a game of Triviality. So hopefully our contestants feel okay. In the end, both teams added 90 to their scores. So ultimately, the roles didn't change here. So doing quite well. My dinner with Andre will go up to a whopping 250 points. But unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to catch the juggernaut that was Incompetent Conglomerate. Incompetent with the name reading as well. With 280 points, this week's cream of the crop.
I am the cream of the crop.
Matt, that's you and me.
Hey, great job, Jeff. We did it.
I didn't think we were going to get there, if I'm being honest with you.
No thanks to Ken and Neil, who were like not even here today, actually.
I'm
Very quiet
I'm
today.
actually quite proud of us for
handling a whole episode by ourselves.
I didn't know it was possible.
Good for us.
But you know who else it wasn't possible without, of course, our fantastic guests.
Of course.
So thank you again. Before we let you go, Patrick, anything you'd like to say? Any shout outs? Anyone special? Any causes?
Thank you so much for being on.
Yeah,
the show
we
today.
very much appreciate you playing with us today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. Been listening for a long time. Brandon and I have been chatting for a long time about trying to come on together and play, and it was a great time. And thanks so much to keep doing all the great things you guys are doing.
Well, we very much appreciate it. Brandon, anything else you'd like to say before we let you go today?
Yeah, thanks for having us, and it was a blast playing with you guys.
Well, we're so glad that you joined us. And if you want to be like any of these fellas, not just support us on Patreon, but leave us a review. Brandon, thank you again for the best iTunes review, I think, in the history of all time. Because not only did it build us up, but it also broke one of our confidences. So thank you for that. And of course, thank you to Dave. Dave, appreciate this game today. It was so much fun. We had a blast. There's always something with you that goes above and beyond and a little bit weird. And we always appreciate that. So thanks again. Anything you'd like to leave us with before you part?
I just thank you all for taking the time to let me come into your lives with some Nazis, Kurt Schilling, and shots to the balls.
Yeah. Well, we love it, obviously, because we have a kindred relationship in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who else we have a kindred relationship with, Matt?
Is it our network?
It is our network. Forced segue to Airwave Media.
Yeah, thank you so much to our network, Airwave Media. You can get a bunch of different podcasts over at airwavemedia.com, such as Culture Kids Podcast, Classic Tales Podcast, and how about Curated by Chance?
Oh, we love them.
Yeah, that is Neil and
Lauren's
podcast. Also on our network. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the podcasts over on airwavemedia.com.
And thank you so much for Dave, Patrick, Brandon, Matt, Ken, and Neil, who of course are always here in spirit, and myself. That was Triviality.
DC High Volume, Batman. The Dark Knight's definitive DC Comics stories. Adapted directly for audio for the very first time. Fear. I have to make them afraid.
He's got a motorcycle. Get after him or I'll have you shot.
You mean blow up the building?
From this moment on, none of you are safe. New episodes every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.